What's up, guys? It's MMOHut here for MMOHut.com, and today I'm going to be doing a first impression gameplay video for Aion, free to play, a 3D MMORPG published by Gamerforge. Now, it's been about, I think 20 minutes or so. I'll check the game out, make some comments. If you guys want to learn more about Aion, you can read the full review down below at MMOHut.com. Now, yes, we already did do a review of Aion a few months ago, but this is when it was a free trial, not free to play. So since then, it has gone completely free to play. And I also should mention that this is currently the European version of it. I want to create a Ilios because last time we created an Asmodean character for the first impression, so let's mix it up going with the Ilios character. But yeah, I should mention that this is the European. European version of this went free to play about a week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. The North American version should go free to play either this month or next, I believe. I don't remember exactly when. But needless to say, it's going to be the same. Your experience will be the same, so you can get the idea no matter what. Now, what should we play? Scout, let's see here. Scout is kind of like the rogue class. We have, of course, the warrior class, mage, and priest. I'm going to go ahead and play a priest because we're going to be different like that. So let's play priest. I'm going to click next. And I'm going to play a female character this time, of course. Let's go with Spunkophia as a name here. So there's a lot of customization options. As you can see, there's a lot to change. And you can even go advanced and change everything like the jaw shape, etc. You can even change the voice. So you can make her sound seductive like this. Come on.
Let's go find some you like me, right? So,
yeah. It's kind of like a little low, but you know, you get that picture. And we're going to random herself because I don't have time. And why not look like the famous pop star? You know who I'm talking about. Akura Imari or whatever her name is. Nah. We can go with those pigtails. Let's random it a couple more times. See what we come up with. That looks not bad. Let's go with that. So you can change things like the face. You can also change the body frame. You can make her really athletic or really lanky. Look, you even have an option for a childlike body. So we're going to go with childlike body. Not bad. Lowly. They have preset options for Lowly, which isn't bad. You can also make her a giant, I should say. So really tall with a really giant head. Okay, let's go ahead and create our character then. Spunkophia, with the lowly childlike body. And I'm going to play a priest. So let's go ahead and start the game. Alright. So I have to enter a PIN, it looks like. For security measures, please register a PIN. And it's going to register a 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess 1, 2, 4 rather. Alright, let's register a PIN again. Start this. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, where's 5? 6. So you guys already know my pin. It's not very basic, but you know, just first impressions, whatever. 5, 6. Alright. Character pin registered. Now I gotta enter the pin. So this could be a little bit tedious. I don't know if they're gonna have you do this every time. But you know, there is added security. Alright, so there we go. So we're gonna load here. You can find a group more easily by pressing the Shift V key. Alright. So it's gonna play a little cinematic here. But you know, I'm going to skip through the cinematic because of the fact that we want to get right into gameplay. So this game recently, of course, was free, pay to play. You had to actually pay for servers or pay for each month to play. And you guys know that I actually played this when it was pay to play. I have an old account that I used to play on this. I got to like level 40 or so, and it was okay, but there was a lot of grind back then. I need to find Myers. Where's Myers? There's Myers. As you can see, I'm just jumping around using spacebar here. I already have 3 bars ready for all my action skills. We have an auto attack, we have a smite, we have a loot, and a bandage heal. So they actually give you some bandages to start with, but because I'm a priest, I'll also have a heal at some point as well. So I want to sleeping on the job. What needs to be done? So the captain says to start clearing up the Chaos Plains. Lately, the farmers around here have been having problems with all sorts of creatures. Do the next few jobs well, and you seem to make a lot of Kina. So Kina is like the little currency here, as you can see. We're going to get 50 XP and 240 Kina. And I need to kill the striped Karubs. So let's go ahead and kill those. We need 3 striped Karubs and then Chaos Plains. Alright, I got it. So let's get these guys. Striped Karubs. What are striped Karubs? Alright, so these are striped Karubs. As you can see, they are not hostile until I start attacking them. Now, one thing I gotta say is that the actual spell effects, as you can see here, oh, that looks like it was actually a heal. Yeah, that was a heal. There's my smite. The spell effects are actually quite good. So you'll see when I actually attack this thing, oh, he resisted it. But I mean, they actually do. Did I not get that guy because he resisted? Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, let's go with this guy. They actually, react to your actual attacks themselves. They'll get hit and they'll be like, oh, man, that's terrible. So I'm going to hit one here and move up to hit it with my mace to kill them. Need 2 more. But yeah, the spell effects in this game are really good. They even have things like, displacement, where it actually will make things blur out the closer you zoom in around the character, etc. So there's a lot of good spell effects. And I think the reason the game didn't do too well pay to play is because of the amount of grind. It was a traditional. By the way, I'm just going to see what we got here to pick up. Oh, we got some Kina. Why haven't I been picking this up? We got a little Kina here, little Kina on the side. But yeah, there was a lot of grind, and I think when I was at level 35, there was a point where there was like 1 quest per every half a level for a little bit, and I had to do that for a while. So, needless to say, it wasn't doing quite well after level 25. People did not play the game at that point. Oh, and look at that. It's a fancy spell effect. Level 2. Yeah. So, let's see. They need to recover enough crops for themselves and some of the sanctum for the tribes of Elysia. Alright. So, looks like we need to actually recover some crops, perhaps. Let's go ahead and accept this. Bring Karub grain sack to Miles. Alright, so I gotta get some Karub grain sacks. So, typical standard quests. This really hasn't changed since last time I played it. There's some gather and kill quests, etc. like that. Now, some of the main features, or I guess the main draws of this game is at level 25. Oh, as you can see here, this is where the Karub packs looks like. Karub grain sacks, or maybe, oh wait, no, these should be grain sacks. There we go. I was like, that's pretty far. So some of the main draws is at level 25, you're able to actually go and gain the ability to fly, I guess you could say. Well, actually, you gain the ability to fly a little earlier than that. I think level 10. You became like a Ascended, and the Ascended have wings. You can use those to glide around, fly in certain areas, etc. It adds a little bit of variety and spice. But then at level 25, you go into this middle area. If I pull up the map, let's see if I can show you. So let's see here. Can I back it up a little bit more? Come on. It doesn't look like I can right now. But if you look at, here we go. This is the world map. So here you can see there's a world map. In this middle, there's called the Abyss area. And the Abyss area is a complete fly zone. So you basically fly around the Abyss area, and there are forts in the Abyss area that you can PvP in, as well as do quests in. And it's kind of the central area for both factions, both the Ilios and the Asmodeans. And you go in there and you basically, PvP, take these forts over, and the PvP areas are there's dungeons that, both for PvE and PvP purposes. So if you're trying to take over a dungeon that another faction owns, or another guild owns, I should say, because guilds can actually acquire them, then you'll have to fight the enemy guild, which is most likely going to be, I need to report to Polinia, which is most likely going to be there to defend it, as well as to defeat the guards that are in there, and the boss as well. So there's a lot of PvP. It was very fast-paced, and actually that's probably one of the best aspects of the game that makes it most unique, is the PvP in the Abyss area, with all the flying that goes on, as well as how many characters are actually in there. But the grind to 50 was a level cap at the time. The grind to 50 was just so great that a lot of people didn't even get to 50 because you had to spend hours just to get levels. I mean, hours upon hours. It was crazy. Alright, Kales the farmer. What do we got here? New quest, the Snuffler headache. The Snuffleupagus? Wait, nope, just Snuffler. What's wrong? Well, in addition to the Karubs, there are grain snufflers tearing up my fields and keeping me from crops. Soon I'll have nothing left. Aw, poor little Kales here, the farmer, who's a lot taller than me. I'm going to set this, and we are going to go on a Snuffleupagus killing spree. So let's do this. Alright, Grain Snuffler, your time has come. So yeah, one thing I should mention is that at level 10, you actually get to pick a subclass. Resist? Come on. So for the healer here, resist again? Come on. So for the healer here, you actually get the ability to choose like from a damage class, I believe, or from like a more standard priest class. And a lot of the other ones, I believe when I played a mage, and so you could when you play a mage, you could play something from Minor Power Shard and Grain Snuffler Tail. So that's what I need to collect for the quest, is the Grain Snuffler Tail. So yeah, when I played the mage, for example, I played it's basically a conjurer, where you basically have an elemental of some sort that fights with you, and you have certain spells, etc. So there's a lot of not customization, but diversity in your classes. You have the 4 main classes, and then they split off, and you have 2 extra subclasses that you can choose from at level 10, as well as gain your wings at level 10. Now the level cap now is 55 rather. So you do, there has been some addition, and with the free-to-play characters, you can reach max level without having to pay or anything like that. In fact, you have access to all content without having to pay at all, which is always nice to see in free-to-play. You never want free-to-play content that's restricted based off like a DLC pack or something like that. Now, what you don't get is you only get 2 character slots, while pay-to-play or characters who used to have, I need to die, I need to heal myself up here. Pay-to-play individuals, which are called the gold packs, I believe, or those who actually used to pay to play in the back when the game was pay to play itself, not free to play. They have upgrade accounts. So the pay to play members that are veteran, they get an account called veteran, which allows them to have 8 character slots, as well as the access to like private trade, their own shops. You can open up your own shop in this game where you just sit here and you advertise your items and people can come and buy for you, and you can AFK, which is actually a pretty cool feature. So they have those options as well. Let's see, it's just up the road, and I'm sure you have other work. Alright, so I need to take someone grain. So let's go ahead and accept this. Helping kills. Alright, so I need to go up here, all the way up here to Polino and Uno. So yeah. So that is, you know, as far as veteran or gold, you get the access to private trades, 8 character slots, etc. I think a little bit bonuses and cooldown on the actual dungeons that you can do. But for free-to-play members like this one, right, this account itself, you get access to 2 slots. You can't do private trading. Oh, looks like I can locate the captain. I've got a quest just by showing up in here. Alright, so you get access to 2 character slots. You can't do private trade, although you can use the auction house. And I believe you can't send mail with attachments as well. So there are a couple restrictions, but those are pretty standard restrictions as well. Now the Khalil guy, as you can see, he has a star around him, or kind of the sun. That is kind of like a story quest. It kind of moves along your whole progression as a whole. So we're going to go ahead and see what he needs to do. Let's see here. I just trust you come to grips with mercenary life by now, Spunkia. I thought I said Spunkafia. I must have missed the F. The other mercenaries can guard the village and keep an eye on the local sapiens for now. I called you here because you caught my eye. I need some, apparently he's got a test for you to do. Alright, here are your first 4 contracts. So there's a 5th, but it's risky and I'll only give it to you when you complete the rest. Alright, so he's got some contracts for me to do. I can start this at level 4. So I can actually gather now, as you can see, and you'll see that there is 3 other quests, but I won't get those until later levels. To start with, though, we need to talk with the Moranis for the Caribbean threat, and then the request of Elim to talk with Apius. Alright, so Pulanis here. We're going to click this guy and report to him. Let's see, we're going to report, get some experience. A little bit close, almost level 3. Maybe this other one will allow me to get level 3. Collecting area. I've just heard reports from the Abyss. The news is grave. The Asmodeans have secured a number of strongholds there. Our Davis are struggling against the Asmodeans as we speak, and as priest, the curious village, it is my duty to send them tribute to help support the cause. Alright, so it looks like I have to pick up more pickup quests, and I will be able to get minor life potions this time. I need you to bring me areas so we can send in our alchemists and sanctum the herbs grow in abundance through Poda. So it looks like it's going to show me how to gather. So I need to get 10 area. Now as you can see here, there's general goods merchant, cube artisan, etc. These are all individuals that allow you to buy or sell things to, you know, just typical vendors, etc. I'm going to head and click OK here, and level 3, there we go. A survey has arrived. Click the icon on the survey. I'm not going to do a survey right now. I'm too busy making a video. So, sorry I was a bit distracted, worried about the end of my prestigious 20-year career. You have been a 20-year career in this level 10 camp? Wow, you should definitely be like a superstar by now. Why in this camp? Alright, here, let's see. I'm going to accept this. Please bring me Aeon meat from Pink Bicket Aeons. You should be able to find those whole flocks of them throughout the Cleona Lake. Alright, I'll be back as soon as I can. So I do note that the starter quests for this area, as well as Asmodeans and Elios, are generally the same. They actually give you the same kind of like guidelines, where it'll be teaching you about looting stuff, as well as about gathering, etc. So I'm going to accept the abandoned goods quest. Looks like I gotta find some abandoned goods as well. So there's definitely a lot of quests to start off with. And Kukos! Can I kill you, Kuko? Come on, Kuko. What do you got? Oh, Kuko just got destroyed. No more Kukos. Kukuro. Alright, so let's see here. I need to talk to Kaligos maybe? Again. I do see on my map, as you can see on the right, we see something that I need to speak. There he is. Priest Instructor, are we going to get new abilities? Hopefully. Let's see what you got, Priest Instructor. I want to learn some new skills. Okay. Complete quest, new skills. And did I get a new skill? What happened here? Skills. Talk to master or trainer of your chosen class and press the buy skill manual in the shop window. So one cool thing is that if you want to learn, if you want to look at all these tips, you can actually see I'm going to buy the skill for Hallowed Strike and Bless Heal. Teaches the Blessing of Heals level 1 skill. Don't I already have Hallowed Strike? No, I have Smite. So I'm going to teach that. I can also get the Bless Heal. So I'm going to get both of those, and you can see these are the ones that he teaches at higher ranks. So I'm going to buy those 2 skill books and open up my inventory, which is by clicking I. I can open up my inventory here. I'm going to right click on Hallowed Strike, and I'm going to right click on Bless Heal, and now I have those 2 abilities. Now let's see. To open up my skill menu, I hit K, and it allows me to open that up. I can see the passive, my crafting ability, which is right now just collection, which I believe everybody has collection. They can just go and collect different materials or things, and then my emos, actions, and chains. Now, I'll talk about chains in a little bit, but chains actually should work with Hallowed Strike. However, I haven't unlocked the Infernal Blaze, which is the next part. But the way Aeon works is you have chained abilities where if you use a certain ability or a combo, it'll branch off, and you're able to use additional abilities based on what you use first. So, for example, if I use this Hallowed Strike, and the next ability I'd be able to use would come right after I used it on an enemy. Now, some other abilities have actually break-off chains. So you can use one, and then you'll give the option of 2 or more abilities to use right after that. So it'll break off, and you can use a different ability or another one depending on the situation that actually calls for it. So it looks like I need to come up here to go to Moranis as well as Ferro and come up here as well. Alright, so that's where the quest objectives are. I'm just going to move up here and run. I run pretty fast for a little girl. I mean, look at me. Now, one thing I noticed is I'm not actually able to hold my left mouse button to actually adjust my camera. That may be an option, but as for now, I can kind of just rotate with that. I'm going to come up here, the Merc Adjutant. Level 3 mission progress, a Cerubrian threat. Alright, job, what's job? What job? And it gives you a little cinematic here. So it looks like the Cerubrians have overrun Anger's farm. The farmlands have scattered, and the farm lies in ruins. So it looks like we do need to go in there. Oh, they're killing piggies! Damn piggies. Alright, so let's get to this right away. So we need to defeat Smallhorn Nerubians. Alrighty then. Where the Smallhorn Nerubians look like they're up here. And there's another person up here. So it actually shows you where you can go next for each quest. So you're never left out of blue. So here's the area I was talking about. By right clicking on this area, as you can see, it'll start doing a success or failure bar. If the failure bar reaches more than the success, then of course you fail. But right now we have a perfect ratio, or almost perfect. Oh, failure's catching up. But it looks like I am going to get the collection points for 2. So I did actually gain 2 levels. And one nice thing is you can actually collect on the same spot for more than one node, or for more than one time, which is nice to see. Gold farmers are ready. So I was able to do that for 2. So your collection kill has been upgraded to 3 points. Not bad. And then I also have to kill these pink beak Aions. So alright, I'm going to use my Hallowed Strike here, which is number 5. Bam! And it doesn't look like I did a lot, but it looks like I was actually kind of like a more melee priest. But we'll see. I'm going to grab the Aeon meat there, and Hallowed Strike inflicts 54 to 62 target damage on the target. Target's attack speed decreases for 10. And it's available for weapon skills. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to use Smite here, and then when it gets close, I'll use Hallowed Strike. Alright, so come here. I might actually just kill with Smite. Oh, it just killed with my critical. Alright, and Minor Rally Serum. Natural healing increased by 2, and natural mana treatment. Not bad. Alrighty. Now, these guys, I know when I used to do this, these guys actually used to be hostile. These Recolect Slinks or whatever. So it looks like they've now changed them to, of course, just passive, which is always nice to see. Or not nice to see. It actually makes the game a little easier. Mana Stone Parry 12. Makes the game easier because of the fact that, you know, you're not getting aggroed by like a ton of stuff. I remember this was kind of tedious a little bit. So you saw that Mana Stone Parry 12. What you'll actually do is you'll get gear that has slots, much like gym slots and stuff like that, where you can put those Mana Stones in there, and those will give you bonuses. And you get them early as level 3, as you can see. And some of the gear that you'll have will have those slots. So you can add like extra mana, or you can add things like parry if you're a tank, or, you know, extra attack power, etc. So you have a lot of options there. pink bait Aion. Now, one thing for World PvP that I'll mention is occasionally things like rifts will open up. And they're not rifts in the sense like Rift the game, where, you know, it's like monsters that come out. Although occasionally monsters will spawn out of it. Most of the time, though, it's for you to go into, and you actually will be teleported to the other side of the world. So right now we're, I believe, on the top side of the world, and then you'll be teleported to the bottom side of the world. And on the bottom side of the world, you'll be able to fight the enemy faction. So you're there basically until you die. So after you're there, you'll fight and you can, you know, gain PvP rewards, etc. like that. And then once you die, you know, you'll be transported back to the other side. Alright, so I've got all the area on me. Not bad, not bad. And let's go ahead and come up here and see what's needed. Feria, Angler. Let's come over here. Alright, so as you can see here, you can see your influence ratio as well. So right now, this is an influence ratio of 0, 100% Balor, which means they hate me, I believe. And when your influence ratio grows for one faction, obviously, for this one in case Ilios, then prices come down for things that you want to buy, etc. Let's see. Also, you have the flight. So as you can see, this bar here, this denotes how much you can actually fly. So you can see page up, page down as you go up and down, or you can just use a mouse and the space bar. R allows you to rise, F allows you to fall, and lock altitude is the scroll lock. So right now I can't use it at all because I'm not level 10, but the whole bar here is kind of like your stamina bar. When this goes down, when it reaches 0, you will fall from the sky. So you do need to time it correctly. Now when you're in the abyss, you can fly for a lot longer time than just in the general area. What else do we have? We have the Fairies Dock, which shows me where I am right now, which is nice to see exactly where you are just by hovering over it. You can zoom in on your mini-map there. The Aeon Shop, of course, which is more for like things if you want to buy cosmetic. Let's see here. What other interfaces? I can also bring up my private store interface. Now, I can't actually use my private store because I am a free account, but as you can see, in order to do the private store, you just drag stuff in here. You would set the price and you would put in your store message. Your guy would then AFK right here, and people could walk up to you to buy different items, which is always really cool to see. Help and support, quests, which is J, and then, of course, skills. Now, you also, I believe, do have a skill tree that you can actually customize in, although I don't. Okay, P is actually my player where I can see all the items and stuff, as well as titles. Titles also give you bonuses, which is always nice. And stigmas allow you to place something in here to gain additional bonuses as well. So here's the abyss where you actually have your PvP rank. So the more you PvP, the higher your rank will be, and people will be able to see this PvP rank to see exactly how bad of a badass you are. So that is the abyss. That's the middle area, like I said. And brings up a smaller mini-map version, which is always nice to have if you just want to see exactly where you want to go in the general area. But yeah, that's the general options here. Now, one thing that somebody did want to see is they did want to see question window, Adventurer's Guide. Oh, this is that. That's that survey. People did want to see the actual general options for the key mapping. So as you can see, there's the general WASDF. You can strafe left or right through Q and E. The flying is really the only thing that's unique to this, which is R and F, which is ascend and descend. Combat, etc. is C, as well as attacking normally, which is X, or changing your weapon, which is Shift Z. So they're pretty standard here. You know, you can hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the actual combat abilities themselves, as well as Alt or A plus 3, A plus 4, or C plus 3 to use these action bars if you didn't want to click on them. So pretty standard in itself. Anyways, guys, I'll probably call it there for now. If you want to learn more about Aeon free-to-play, or you just want to read the full review, you can check the link below at MMOHut.com. This has been Spunkify, and I will see you later. Spunkify out. Look at those little cute little braids in that hair. Later, guys.